partners, Malaysia and Bóng, and of course, our CD partner, RCM1.
Aduh, short line. Okay, standby. Standby cam tu.
Alright, and without further ado, we'd like to welcome, all the way from Saigon, Vietnam, make some noise for the Saigon Heat. At number 1, Stefan Nguyen. At number 6,
Cam 5.
Nguyen. At number 10, Nguyen Van Ho.
Cam 4.
At number 36, Lam Nguyen.
Mari masuk.
At number 39, Huy Kok Tan.
Cam 5 tu on.
At number 91,
Follow cam 4.
Tran Dang Hien.
Cam 4.
And the starting lineup for the Saigon Heat at number 0, Horace Nguyen. At number 2, Lenny Daniel. At number 7, Moses Morgan. At number 24, Anthony Henriquez. And at number 33, David Arnold. Team manager is Connor Wang. Head coach, Anthony Garbalotto.
Okay. Freeze. Steady cam 3. You on 3. Okay, standby cam 2.
Dragons fans,
Malaysia.
introducing your Westport's Malaysia Dragons. At number 0,
Tunggu juga tempat.
Quang Tanyan. At number 1, Ma Chi Ken. At number 7, Joe Kohao. At number 8, Chu Wei Hong. At number 10, Sharu Rizwan Rosli. At number 11, Wong Yi Hao. At number 20, Lo Shi Fai. And now for your starting lineup for your Westport's Malaysia Dragons. At number 6, Skylar Spencer. At number 24, Josh Munson. At number 27, Ting Meme Shenhong. And at number 41, Ivan Yeo. And at number 55, Kiwi Gardner. Your head coach is Chris Thomas. Assistant coaches, Go Cheng Huan, Adrian Wong. Team manager, Jakob Husseini. Shogi Gan. Trainer, Chung Yo King. And team coordinator, Hadi Kayu.
On 3.
I'd like to invite everyone to
bendera
please
bendera.
rise for the players of the
Bendera
Vietnamese
ni,
and
bendera Saigon.
Malaysian
Bendera
national
Vietnam dulu.
anthems.
Vietnam, ya. Okay. Mix eh. Okay, standby cam 2. Okay, standby cam 5. 5, follow 5. 5. Allah, cam 5. Cam 5. Cam 5. 5. 4, you on. You on 4. 5 mana 5, cam 5. Cam 5 saya. Cam tu pergi ke Vietnam cam tu. Vietnam.
Đường vinh quang xây xa quân thù.
Okay, standby cam 2. You on 2. Okay, tracking. Cepat, cam 5 tak ada. Oh, dia tak ada set. Okay, freeze cam 1. Set terus, tolong.
Dắt sông nổi quê hương của đời làm hoa, cùng chung sức phấn đấu xây đời mới.
Standby cam.
Đều lên
You on.
xích
You on, you on.
ta.
Okay. Pen, you on. Pen ke kanan. You on. Pen ke kanan. Allah.
Hy sinh đời ta tươi thắm hơn.
Keman, bagi penonton Keman.
Tiang
Allah.
merah, tiang đen, con Việt Nam ta vững bền.
Okay. Okay, sampai jam. Okay. 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 Sampai jam 2. Okay, please. Kewan, ambil masuk Kewan. Boleh. Kewan. Lain mak kau. Biru. Okay, stand by cam 6 untuk opening, okay.
Our referees for the game from Chinese Taipei, Chen Li Chen.
Okay.
From Indonesia, Alberto Sutario. And from the Philippines, Renan Ufana. And our commissioner from Malaysia, Bóng.
Kewan.
Thanks very much, Aslan and Mislan. And tonight we are at the House of Champions, the Gemin Mall in Cyberjaya, Malaysia, where the Westports Malaysia Dragons will take on the Saigon Heat. You're with me, Ben Ibrahim, Andre Reza, Alan Black, and Diana Hashim, our courtside reporter. Andre, the Dragons tonight are going for their second consecutive victory.
Yeah, the second consecutive victory. It's going to be a barn burner tonight, Ben. I really think the Dragons have to go all the way here.
Well, it's going to be a very interesting game. No Chris Charles, but they've got a 7-foot man, Jordan Henriquez. He could do a lot of damage tonight.
Yeah, Jordan is a very, very big man. We stood next to him just now. He's 7 foot tall, legitimately. It's going to cause some trouble for the Dragons, but I think they're going to be able to pull through, Ben.
Well, what do you think about the Dragons, Dre? Do you think they'll fall in love with the three-point line, or do you think they will attack the basket? In my opinion, just attack.
Yeah, just attack is right. They're going to go with what has worked for them so far, the past win. Kiwi Garner is going to be the main catalyst behind that, running that fast break. I don't think anyone could stay with him on the Saigon team.
Well, Diana Hashim earlier caught up with Coach Chris Thomas, the coach of the Westports Malaysia Dragons. Let's now go over to Diana to catch up for that interview. Over to you, D.
Rule.
Thanks very much, guys. Coach, 7 games to go before playoffs. It is a crucial game against Saigon Heat. How are you going to win this?
Yeah, so you said it exactly right. It's a really crucial stretch for us. You know, obviously, of those 7 games, 4 of them are against the teams, 2 teams that are right ahead of us in the standings. So, in actuality, we really control our own destiny. Like always, though, you know, you got to take each game one at a time, as cliche as of a coaching statement as that is. Tonight's extremely important. You know, we've got to be able to do the job in transition defensively. We've got to force them to try to score against our defensive shell in the half court. We are the best defensive team in the half court, and we've got to find a way to make teams have to play against us in that setting, because when we do, we're a pretty darn good basketball team.
All right, good luck, Coach. Thanks very much. Back to you, Ben and Dre.
You Ben. You Ben. 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 Commentator.
So we are at the Gemin Mall in Cyberjaya, Malaysia. Today is the 24th of February. The Westports Malaysia Dragons take on the Saigon Heat. Again, just to recap, you're with me, Ben Ibrahim, Andre Reza, Alan Black, and Diana Hashim, our courtside reporter. Thank you to Diana for interviewing Coach Chris Thomas earlier. Coach Chris Thomas, Dre, looking very, very confident that the Dragons can get the win tonight.
Yeah, and that's what happens when you have a win. As you see the starting lineups right now, Westports Malaysia Dragons center is going to be Skylar Spencer. No surprise there. Joshua Munson, Ting Chun Hong, Ivan Yeo, and Kiwi Garner as point guard.
Well, for the Saigon team, no surprise there. Lenny Daniel, Moses Morgan.
Malaysia.
And then they've got Viet Arnold, number 23, or 33 shall I say, my mistake. 24 is Jordan Henriquez. He's got a very, very long name. His name is Jordan Louis Anthony Henriquez Roberts, but he just wants to be known as Jordan Henriquez. Very nice guy. I caught up with him before the game about his expectations for this game. He had a pretty decent game. He had a double-double against the Hong Kong Eastern Long Lions last Saturday, but the Hong Kong Eastern Long Lions, they were just absolutely awesome that day. Execution to perfection, Dre.
Yeah, they were firing on all cylinders. And regarding the Saigon Heat,
Game 5 berbagi coach Malaysia dengan coach Thailand, coach Vietnam, coach Malaysia dulu. Game 4, Game 5, Game 5.
So, let's get you in on the conversation. Saigon had 17 turnovers against the Hong Kong Eastern Long Lions last Saturday. They've got to protect the ball tonight.
Oh, absolutely. I think that's one of their major things that the Hong Kong Lions do. And I also think that Malaysia do a pretty good job of stealing the ball themselves. The acquisition of Munson has been key to that. Kiwi Gardner's pretty good at stealing the ball as well. So they're really going to have to look after Rock to get good shots.
Alan, I'll stay with you. Especially for this question, and then I'll go to Dre. You spoke to Tony Gabalato before the game. What did he tell you in terms of playing zone defense tonight? Because that's the thing that a lot of teams try to bring out against the West Coast Malaysia Dragons, most notably a la Filipinas.
Game 2, tak payah dekat-dekat sangat. Biar je lah. Dia orang apa ni, tak bagi dia dekat-dekat.
They're certainly going to try and change up their defense, and I guess it's a matter of seeing how Enriquez fits into the system.
Game 2, ambil penonton sikit game 2.
In players towards the end of a season like this, and they were pretty settled with what they had previously, and now they've changed again. And so it'll be interesting to see how Enriquez fits, and that may make the decision for him as to whether to go zone or man.
Yeah, and I have to agree with Alan on that one. When a new player comes in, the hardest things usually to learn is going to be the defensive rotations. That being said, though, I know on a certain degree, Tony Garbalato is happy that at least there is a, I guess, a replacement that can play in Chris Charles' position. It's almost a certain level of, okay, we know what we have right now. Let's plan around that. Now, before they had a little bit of that drama of whether Chris Charles, can he play this season, can he not? And now I know they've gone with Enrique.
But one talking point, gentlemen, that we have to talk about is Joshua Munson facing his old team. I caught up with him before the game and I asked him, is it payback time? He goes, nope, it's just another game. But you could see that killer instinct on his face.
It's not just another game. He'll be wanting to really show that they should not have got rid of him. It's always personal. Everyone says, oh, it's business, not personal. Of course it's personal.
Yeah, I have to agree again. Most players, when they get into the situations, are not going to admit, especially to the commentators, that they have personal feelings. No, they're going to take this as it's just business, but I know deep down he's going to want to prove that it was a big mistake, like Alan said.
Well, the West Coast Malaysia Dragons and the Saigon Heat about to start this game. The West Coast Malaysia Dragons guys are playing with a new home uniform. Very different, I must admit. I'm so used to seeing the white and the red of the West Coast Malaysia Dragons, but change is change.
Luckily, I'm colorblind, Ben, so I can't tell the difference.
Spencer. Here comes Gardner with the ball. Just trying to set up the offense. Who can stay with Gardner? That's going to be an interesting question tonight. Gardner. Ivan Yeo for the two. Misses that. Ivan Yeo had a pretty okay game last week against a la Filipinas. He had 8 points, which is a huge improvement for a guy like Ivan.
He did. I thought he panicked a little bit in there when he saw Enriquez in the middle, so they're going to have to make an adjustment.
Daniel. Here comes Gardner with the ball. Gardner, bounce pass, Ivan Yo. And Ivan Yo, the man who is always smiling, is smiling from ear to ear now.
Yeah, he gave him a look just now, letting him know that, hey, I can take you on. I can take you on the shot blocker.
Can I just say that Enriquez makes Skylar Spencer look like a midget. He is a very large man.
7 foot. Don't forget, he's played in the NBA Summer League. For the 3, Ivan Yo working both ends of the court at the moment. Munson. For the 2, it's the iron. Ting tried to go for the tip in. Arnold, Veert Arnold. Veert Arnold not putting up the numbers compared to previous seasons.
Yeah, it's a little surprising that he hasn't shown his usual dynamicism for the Saigon Heat. I'm interested to see whether he can do something this game.
Well, great defense by the Dragons. Looks like they'll want to play a good defensive game. Munson open, can he hit the 3? Yes, knocks it down. Joshua Munson against his former team.
Yeah, great start there by Munson.
And the very first thing he did was give Coach Anthony a mouthful.
Ooh.
Very first thing.
Mr. Producer, can we see a replay, please?
Just another game, guys. Come on, take it easy.
Really? It's just another game? Really? Veert Arnold. Oh, look at that defense by the Dragons. What a long 3.
Almost made that one, but great effort there by Skylar as Kiwi Gardner recovers the ball, probing the defense. Forces one up, goes down.
Tony Gavalato telling his troops, keep on going. Do not back down. Saigon yet to go on the scoreboard. Lenny Daniel, another steal. Gardner. Spencer, and 1. Skylar Spencer, Alan Black's favorite player. And Alan Black, are you just crying tears of happiness right now, sir?
A very impressive pass too by Kiwi Gardner. Fed it on a plate. Probably not the smartest of fouls, to be honest. Spence was always going to make that play.
Dre Kiwi Gardner pulling all the strings at the moment.
Yeah, as you see on that replay, it's a beautiful no-look pass to a cutting Skylar Spencer. Unfortunately, he missed that free throw, and it's Alan Black's favorite style.
Alan Black,
successful.
well, his consultant's not working today, is he? Defense is the call. Daniel to Moses Morgan for the 2. Moses Morgan, very rusty. I spoke to Coach Tony Gavalato over the phone last night. Moses Morgan, still not the Moses Morgan that we knew from last season. And Coach Tony Gavalato, he looked at the commentator's box and said, time out, because we need to reevaluate, should I say, what we're doing, Dre.
Yeah, this is
But
an
EMA
awesome
grouping,
run by
Vietnam, game 3 Vietnam.
Purely now by the defense
Yeah,
of the
grouping.
Dragons, forcing turnovers time and time again. Kiwi Gardner doing on both ends of the floor, capping that 12-0 run with a nice three-point shot.
I gotta ask you this, Trey. I mean, we've been commentating together since 2014. And since 2014, Saigon has never defeated Malaysia. And I mean, not in Malaysia, that is. They've never beaten Malaysia in Malaysia. So that's gonna shatter your confidence a bit when you walk in here, even it's a new stadium. You know, they walked into the Jamian Mall tonight. They're just carrying that baggage, aren't they?
Well, I think
What's your opinion?
I think to a certain degree that is true, but you got to understand that this is a brand new team. I mean, the Dragons aren't the same Dragons that the Saigon Heat are used to seeing year in and year out. This team is a very different team. They run different styles of offense, but one thing is for sure, their running style right now is they're threatening to run Saigon off the court.
Well, the current 5 on the court right now for the Dragons: Ting, Kiwi Gardner, Joshua Munson, Skylar Spencer, and Ivan Yo. For Saigon, it's Stephen Wang, Veert Arnold, or David Arnold, Lenny Daniel, Moses Morgan, and Jordan Henriquez. Morgan. Wang thought about the 3. Good block there by Skylar Spencer. Gives it to Munson. Munson for the 3. Look at Skylar Spencer. He is everywhere. Alan, I mean, the consultant of Skylar Spencer, what have you been telling him during the week? We love to tease you, Alan.
Look, he's just playing with energy, and I think it really helps him having this group around him, because I think that helps him get up and play. And I remember Dre talking about this when he very first made the change, that this would really help Spencer, and that's exactly the case.
7 left on the shot clock. Talk about the big guy. Spencer with that rebound who gave it to Gardner. Look at Gardner dribbling between the legs. Thought about the bounce pass. Gotta watch the shot clock. Munson. Spencer. Oh, tried to go for the tip in. Rebound and tip in. Daniel, he can do some damage. Drives. And Lenny Daniel will go to the charity stripe.
And this was one of the big things that Coach talked about with Saigon, to say, don't shoot the three, go to the rim. You know, draw the foul, get to the basket. Daniel felt he'd been fouled the time before. The coach said, don't worry about that, continue taking the ball at the rim.
Well, Lenny Daniel last week against Hong Kong, he made 4 free throws out of 7. He's improved a bit, I must give him credit, but still, you know, a guy like him, he's got to put these kind of shots away. And he gets 1 out of 2.
Yeah, to echo Alan's statements, offensively, it's a great plan by Tony Gabalato and the Saigon Heat. Driving it towards the Dragons' front line, not the biggest guys past Skylar Spencer. Get Skylar Spencer into foul trouble. Slow down that Dragons' offense as well.
There's a turnover, 2-on-2. Morgan. And he put it up. Tony Gabalato shouting at the commissioner's table. He thought that was an and 1. 12-3 at the moment. 4 minutes and 53 seconds left in the quarter. Dragons can't take the foot off the gas. That is Saigon ball. What's going on here, guys? Dragons look a bit, well, like they've been hit by a punch a bit.
Yeah, it's a game. You know, Saigon's a good team. They're going to counter punch a little bit. They just need to adjust to how they're playing it right now. They're stopping that pick and roll quite well, and Saigon is. So that's going to be an adjustment for the Dragons.
Well, they're looking a little bit more confident at the moment. Great pass to Wang, who scores from underneath the basket. Great run here by the Saigon Heat.
Now, one of the things that the Dragons need to be careful of is Gardner keeps getting off his man. He needs to play his man a little closer.
Moses Morgan spots up. Morgan from downtown. Saigon Heat back in business.
Saigon Heat now on a 8-0 run after Dragons started 12-0. It's going to be a back-and-forth game right here.
Guys, I always notice at the start of the first quarter, whenever the Dragons hit 12 points or get to 12 points, suddenly the other team comes back into it. I don't know if it's like a bad luck number for the Dragons.
Well, one of the things you've got is you've got a team that's playing well, so the coach is not going to take them off the court. But at some point he has to make a change. You know, he has to get the other players onto the court. The players get a little bit tired, they're not playing at that same intensity, and so probably at about that 5-6 minute mark, that's when you're going to have to make some subs, get some new blood onto the court, and that's probably where the game's at.
But Trey, do you think the Dragons, you know, are they falling in love with the jumper a little bit, or the three-point shot a bit too early at the moment? I mean, a lot of the main positives that came from last week's victory against Alab was they attacked the basket.
Yeah, and they did. I don't think it's the long shots that are bothering them right now. It's how Saigon's playing the high pick and roll. Gardner's forcing the action maybe too early right now. That's forcing some turnovers. The Saigon Heat have played some pretty good defense so far after that 12-0 run.
Well, they've got to protect the ball, limit the turnovers. Kwek now on the court for the Dragons. Gardner for the 3. He's going to hit the iron. Gardner tried to get the ball back, but Jordan Henriquez just a bit too long and has a long reach. Daniel. Enriquez will go to the charity stripe.
Ke kiri lagi. Okey, ni last.
You can
Kalau
hear
dia kat
Dave,
dalam,
the coach, the assistant
bulatan,
coach
ni you punya shot last,
of the Saigon Heat
Okay,
from very, very far away. David Singleton, good guy.
Okay, step back from
Sorry, check that. Not to the charity stripe because the referee called 2 shots earlier. We follow the referees. Wang to Morgan for the deep 3. Yes! Moses Morgan makes this a 1-point lead for the Dragons. You can't leave Moses Morgan open. Manzan with a 3 of his own.
And there's byplay between Morgan and Munson. There's all sorts of stuff happening out on the court there. It's fantastic. I love it.
Well, Munson said, you replace me.
Exactly.
You replace me. Enriquez. The referee says 2 shots. Is he going to stick with this decision?
Yeah, that was obviously fouled in the act of shooting. It's definitely going to be 2 shots, but this is going to be a problem for the Dragons now with Lenny Daniel, with Skylar Spencer guarding Lenny Daniel, and Lenny Daniel does initiate a lot of his offense from the perimeter. It forces Skylar Spencer out of the paint, leaving Kwek, or in this case his replacement now, to guard the much larger Enrique.
Well, let's see if this big guy can shoot. He's a big, and traditionally bigs not that effective from the charity stripe.
I actually thought Enrique should have done a better job of finishing there. Yeah, he was right close to the basket. He'd drawn the foul. He could have easily dunked that and gotten and one. I thought it was a little bit of a soft finish for someone that big. I mean, he is big and strong. Surprised me that he didn't get an and one in that situation.
Well, he makes 1 out of 2. Not bad. A good start for the guy. He had a pretty good game against Hong Kong last week. But too many turnovers for the Saigon Heat. But both teams will want to protect the ball tonight. Turnover again, Gardner.
Yeah.
Be very careful. Britt Arnold.
He was trying to draw some contact there for that foul. That's why he just threw the ball up.
Moses Morgan hit the iron. Another turnover by the Dragons. They're just giving it away at the moment. Morgan posting up. Wang drives. Well done, Stefan Wang. The man who grew up in Sweden.
Again, I think that Kiwi Gardner needs to give the other point guards some credit and defend them a little closely. He's busy trying to get steals and make things happen. And I don't think that's the way to play. I think he needs to give the point guards a little more credit.
Skylar Spencer with the travel right there, so Saigon will get the ball back.
Yeah, I mean, Kiwi Gardner's been, I think that's the 3rd time he's left his man. It's resulted in an easy layup at the rim. He's got to do a little bit better job of making sure at least his man is taken care of.
Well, Saigon have brought on the Taekwondo champion, number 10, Wang Van Hung. The Saigon Heat have the lead for the very first time in this game. Gardner. That's for Kiwi?
Yeah, it looked like it was a foul on Kiwi. The Taekwondo champion looked like he took him out.
Well, he's a 5-time Taekwondo SEA Games champion. Just recently retired. Nice guy, too. 36. Not the youngest guy on the court.
And I won't be saying anything bad about him at all.
You can't.
I won't, because he's the 5-time Taekwondo champion.
That's right. He can hear you.
He's also a champion.
Good guy.
Okay. If you know what's good for you, Alan Black,
True.
be diplomatic tonight. That goes for me, too. Dragons with a 1-point lead. It's been an interesting start for both teams. Ma Chi Quen, Stefan Wang, Ma Chi Quen. Arguably the 2 fastest guys on the court, Ma Chi Quen and Kiwi Gardner. Gardner steps back for the 3, yes! Swishes the 3-pointer.
Great move there by Kiwi Gardner, stopping on a dime, stepping back and knocking down that 3-pointer.
Alan, Jordan, Henriquez went to the bench pretty early. I mean, you had a good view of it. Does he look tired?
He doesn't look tired, but I don't think it's a bad thing to get him resettled. I thought, like I said, Joe, I thought he was soft in the way he approached that previous play. And I think perhaps coaches had a bit of a chat to him about finishing close to the basket, being more aggressive. Interesting to see what he does next.
Well, as we said that, Lenny Daniels goes to the bench, and Henriquez comes back on the court. Wang. Oh, what a shot there by Horace Wang.
That's the second three-pointer that Horace Wang has hit, and he's also Kiwi Gardner's man. Saigon's taking advantage of the fact that Kiwi likes to go for those sneaky steals and digs.
Well, Horace Wang came from the VBA, the Vietnam Basketball Association. Coach Tony Gabulato said he's got a long way to go, and it's a big step for him, but he's a good local talent. Gardner with the steal. He spots up for the three. Ma Chi Quen had the ball. Gardner kept it in. Well done, Kiwi Gardner. Quick. Gardner tried to take on Henriquez for the rebound. That's great. That's courage for you. Love to get that as a photo. Turnover. Okay, Gardner drives and scores. Easy layup. Well done, Skylar Spencer. I must credit Skylar Spencer on that one.
Yeah, Skylar Spencer with a heads-up play. Saw Kiwi Gardner streaking down the court. Met him with a nice outlet for that easy two.
Wang almost lost the ball. Knock it down. This is a great game. First, the Dragons got up to about a 12-point lead, and then Saigon came back into it, and now it is even 22-22.
Yeah, 22-22. Man. Great to see David Arnold hit that three-pointer just before the buzzer sounding. Like I said, he's had a pretty quiet season, so not his usual dynamic self. I wonder whether he'll be stepping up a little bit more this game, but it's close as it is.
Sorry to interrupt you, Drake. Just to let you know, that score on our screen was incorrect. It is not 22-19. It is 22-22. But that's okay. But it's a good, for the neutrals out there, it's a very, very even game at the moment. But Dre, the major question that I need to ask you right now, who has more depth to go 4 quarters? Because don't forget, if any of these guys, their imports, get injured or get fouled out, which local can step up? Saigon only have 11 players on their roster for this game.
Yeah, I do think, and I'm trying to be as neutral as possible here, I do think the Dragons do have the stronger local team. That's because they've had a lot more run. They've got on the court a lot more. We have Kakao having shown that he's really good with the ball, able to score against much bigger opponents. And I think, yeah, let's just leave it at that. I won't say anything.
Anda je dengan commentary.
But Dre, for me, the biggest thing for the Dragons, to me, just personally, is protecting that ball. Too many turnovers.
Yeah, too many turnovers. The Dragons game started off really well. A period of already good play, and then some really messy, turnover-prone basketball.
Alan, you were on the Dragons bench earlier. What is the news?
Coach Chris Thomas talked about discipline, and almost exactly what we're talking about in the commentary position was they're not looking after their players. They're not staying where they need to be. They're allowing people to get wide open shots.
Spencer, I thought that was almost a travel call there.
Yeah, it was almost a travel call, but a foul happened just before he took that extra step.
Well, these referees, they have to make that instant call in real time. Toughest job in the world, I must say. And you've got a lot of people breathing down your neck as well. Dragons, again, protect the ball. Don't lose it. Manzin. Gardner. Daniel, just slowing it down. What did we say about the Saigon transition play before the game started, Dre?
Well, they've not had the best transition defense, but the Dragons haven't really tested them so much now. Although they're going on a run here, it's a 4-on-3 run, a 4-on-3 break rather. And they happen to draw a foul, Joshua Munson.
And that's what you love Munson when he does that. You know, even though he probably could have shot the three, you know, when he attacks the basket, he is just so much better. And you know, drew the foul, great move, and I think that's where you want to do playing.
Well, now Kok Hao on the court. Munson for the two. Quick with the rebound. I thought that was Saigon ball, to be fair, but it is Dragons ball. Kok Hao to inbound. Munson, oh, good block. Spencer works glass and in. Well done, Skylar Spencer. And Stephen Weng now with the ball. And on behalf of the West Coast Malaysia Dragons, we'd like to wish Stephen Weng happy birthday. It's his birthday today, should I say, 25. Morgan for the floater, and he makes that.
I think Enriquez needs to lift his game a little bit for Saigon to be successful. He's just not quite there at the level they need him to be.
A lucky shot for Munson, hits the iron and goes in. What do you always call that, Dre? Jumper's luck or something?
No, that's a shooter's bounce, but this is going to be the hometown bounce since he's a hometown player.
Well, don't forget, Coach Ariel gave that name to Joshua Munson. Joshua the Monsoon Munson. Can he be the Monsoon tonight? Well, looks like we've got an extra pair. Well, we've got an extra commentator here, which Dave Singleton. You know, we should ask him to join us.
And again, I think Enriquez ended up on the ground in that exchange. He needs to get a solid base and take that powerfully to the rim.
Well, very quiet guy, but nice guy. Jordan Henriquez, he studied a social science degree at Kansas State University, wants to become a teacher and a coach, just like Alan Black.
Kansas State is just an outstanding program. So,
very good school.
Again, and a lot of the imports, the world imports in this league, come from really, really good colleges and good college programs.
Well, I can't wait to see Joshua Boone on Sunday. Joshua Boone from UConn, who played under legendary college coach Jimmy Calhoun. So I can't wait to watch him play. He's got NBA pedigree as well. Kok Hao to 5. Travel again.
Yeah, the locals got to be a little bit more decisive with the ball. A lot of waiting around. That's what happens when you're in two states of mind. You tend to travel.
Well, Coach Chris Thomas giving his locals more game time. On the court right now for Malaysia. Kwek Tuan Nguyen, Skylar Spencer, Ma Chi Quinn, Teo Kok Hao, Lo Shi Fai. So no Skylar Spencer, Teo Kok Hao playing that point guard, or more of a shooting guard position now. Ma Chi Quinn at point guard. Ma Chi Quinn, he's had a very up and down season for the two. Ma Chi Quinn with the deuce to give the Dragons a 2-point lead. But it's a bit of a heavyweight battle here, guys, at the moment.
Yeah, this back and forth basketball. No team can get quite a more than a 2 or 3 point lead now ever since that first 12-point explosion at the start of the game.
Well, the referee called a holding foul on Lo Shi Fai. So Saigon to inbound. Viet Arnold to Daniel, spins. A great block there by Ma Chi Quinn. The Dragons really trying to improve their locals. Great pass, Lo Shi Fai. And Spencer with the dunk, with authority.
Yeah, that's a great passing there. Great recognition. See, Lo Shi Fai has the mix match, forcing Enrique to double team, or try to double team, leaving Skylar Spencer wide open for that two-handed flush.
Lo Shi Fai, you know, he hasn't scored much this season, but you know what? He might become the dish man, the assist man this season. You never know. Because don't forget, one of the goals for this Dragons team is the SEA Games in August.
Yeah, I think Shi Fai would be better suited to sticking to shooting.
Lenny Daniel almost lost the ball. Henriquez For the three, ooh, in and out. Bit unlucky there. Horace Wang with the three-point shot. Teo Kok Hao. He's courageous. So, Alan, Dre, Dragons attacking the basket more.
Yeah, and doing a very good job of it and reaping the benefit. Drawing some fouls, getting to the foul line, you know, making Saigon look at their lineup. So, very, very good outcome, I think, for them.
Quick handoff to Kok Hao. Kok Hao hits the iron. We're just talking about attacking the basket. Dragons elected to shoot. Daniel for the two. Lenny Daniel. Now he's worked on his shooting game quite a bit this season. And he's a great guy, Lenny Daniel, one of the friendliest guys out there. Quick. Gotta hustle better and faster. Morgan drives and one.
Strong move there by Mose Morgan, attacking the basket, drawing that contact and finishing.
So it looks like Coach Chris Thomas is sending in the cavalry, Kiwi Gardner and Joshua Munson back on the court.
And I think one of the things I'd like to see from a Saigon point of view is Morgan being more involved. I think when he's involved, good things happen. And him and Daniels perhaps being the focal points of the offense rather than Enriquez. I think both of them are very, very solid players.
Well, Moses Morgan, the man from Nevada, but he is half Thai. His mother, Jang, is Thai. He's got a Thai passport. He was playing for Mono Vampire Basketball Club in the Thai Basketball League before he came to Saigon, or he joined Saigon. Shifi, gotta watch the shot clock. Ivan Yo, yes! Ivan Yo! He must be watching a lot of Dirk Nowitzki tapes, because that's the man he idolizes. Hopefully he can shoot like Dirk.
That was a big shot by Ivan Yo. Shot clock winding down. The Dragons really needed that basket, and he hit that in the face of Daniel.
Well, this season, I think, I mean, we are at the business end of the season. I think Ivan Yo could have a good SEA Games.
I agree with you there. He has shown some flashes of aggression that, you know, he's always smiling. You don't think he's that aggressive, but he's a great asset to the SEA Games team.
Gardner puts it up. Good block there by Enriquez. Gardner's going to be careful because Enriquez is there. Tap. Morgan, got to hustle a lot better, Lo Shifi. Morgan posting up. Turn around two. Look at that, Alan Henriquez giving Skylar Spencer some problems on the boards.
Yeah, and he's certainly big enough to do that, but I like the fact that Morgan's being aggressive offensively, and Daniel on the previous play was very, very solid. So they're both very good players.
Gardner turns the ball over. Ivan, you're going to play defense. Viet Arnold. Ivan Yo. Gardner, ooh, almost lost the ball there. Munson from the three, for the three, hits the iron. Shot's not going in at the moment. Daniel. Viet Arnold for another three. He's been a bit unlucky this season. Lost a little bit of form. He's trying to get that form back, especially from downtown. Gardner. Tony Gabalato trying to play referee as well. David Singleton being mediator, saying calm down everybody.
6.
Can we have some visuals of Tony Gabalato, because he is more entertaining than a WWE wrestler at the moment. Great content, shall I say.
And I would say that he's likely to get a technical foul, but I've discovered in the ASEAN League that you can almost say anything and not get a technical foul, but you can get lots of warnings. Lots and lots of warnings.
Hey, we Asians are very, very diplomatic, okay? It's all about saving face. So maybe it's a cultural thing. You never know. I don't know. I mean, Alan, you've coached in Australia. How are the referees there in Australia?
There would be at least half a dozen technical fouls called already in this game, and this has been a pretty quiet game.
Well, guys, you've got the stat sheet in front of you. From the first quarter, anything glaring right there. Kiwi Garner with his turnovers. How many turnovers did he have in the first quarter, Alan?
He had 2 turnovers.
Felt like a lot more, though.
It did, but I thought the big stat is that Saigon were 11-4 in scoring off turnovers. So whenever there was a turnover, Saigon were really making him pay at the other end.
Dre, I've got to ask your opinion on this. Kiwi Gardner, very confident attacking the basket, like he did against Singapore and Alab respectively. But don't forget, there's some big guys in this Saigon team. When he drives and he sees traffic, he kicks it out. Or he tries to pass, but that's where he turns the ball over, especially in the second quarter.
You're right
Finger
there,
shot.
Ben.
Yeah.
Saigon has 2 very, very athletic and rangy players. Lots of long arms in the way. When Kiwi over-penetrates sometimes, he's looking to make a play happen in mid-air, try to kick it to an open guy. What's happened so far is that's resulted in a number of turnovers.
Don't forget, the Dragons at the bottom at the moment with 3 wins and 10 losses. Saigon with 3 wins and 8 losses. And if the Dragons win tonight, they will go to 5th. And they will try to catch the Kaohsiung Truth for that final playoff spot.
Oh, this is a big game. There's no question. There's not many games left in the season. And this is one of the games that they would have penciled in to say, we should be able to win this one.
Well, let's see who can deliver the knockout blow tonight. Turnover, Gardner. Munson! Joshua Munson brings the crowd to their feet right here at the Jamin Mall in Cyberjaya.
Where in the world did that come from? Joshua Munson throwing down the hammer.
If you're just joining us for the very first time on ABL live stream, RTM, ABS CBN, Saigon has just scored. David Singleton is a cheerleader tonight. Munson, Alan, did he? I mean, that was a great dunk, but the body language on his face.
He is ready to play, and that was just a fantastic play. But can I bring up last week's play, where he put the basketball between the legs of the defender, ran around, and then a one-hand bounce pass for a layup, just spectacular. Well, he is a one-man highlight reel.
Well, we must call him the Monsoon tonight to respect Coach Ariel.
Kiwi
Gardner. Sorry, Alan?
He is just a great player.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there. He's definitely one of the more electric players we have on the Westport Malaysia Dragons. Munson, an athlete able to play the passing lanes, and that dunk though, there was some venom behind that dunk.
And also could see the body language saying payback. So Gardner, crowd silent. Kiwi Gardner, effective from the charity stripe. Arnold, he's had a quiet game thus far. But do not ever underestimate Viet Arnold. Horace Wang, someone body up on him. Gotta body up on him better. He's so open.
That is a real issue for the Malaysian Dragons at the moment. Anyone can hit a three-pointer like that if you're that open.
Good rebound, Ivan Yo. 8 seconds. Munson. Saigon ball. Don't forget, Saigon have, like Dre said, 2 massive bigs in Lenny Daniel and Jordan Henriquez. So you got to be a bit creative with your offensive sets, guys. Dragons-wise, anyway.
Yeah, I think they've got to be careful about jumping in the air when they do penetration, because they are going to have to pass it. And when you jump in the air, you just don't have enough balance to be able to make a good pass. Oh!
Another 3-point shot. They've got to do a better job defending the perimeter, the Dragons, right?
Yeah, that was a big shot. He had a man in his face, but he still hit that one. As Shifai tries to answer back, hitting the two of his own.
Well, not long left in this quarter before halftime. Arnold, gotta play defense. Daniel open. Gotta do a better job in terms of rebounds. That block looked clean, I thought. Dre, Alan?
Yeah, it looked clean, but the referee calls it a foul. Therefore, Enrique will shoot 2.
I thought that the referee was very, very quick to blow his whistle on that. I think he anticipated the foul rather than waiting for the foul to happen, which some referees do.
Well, what did you say last week, Alan? Whistle happy?
They are a little bit. I think I would rather, though, that they blew the game a little closer than they do than let it go, because that's when you get frustrated players and the game gets tight instead of opening up. So I'd actually prefer the referees to call a little bit more so the game opens up.
Henriquez, the man from Queens in New York. Gardner. Horace Wang trying to guard Gardner and stay with Gardner. Fire with the screen. Gardner. Spencer. Oh, rims and goes in. Good hustle there, Skylar Spencer.
Yeah, Dragons wanted a foul there. It took a lot of contact. Still managed to make that ball drop in as Viet Arnold shoots an air ball.
Dragons, here they come. Ivan Yo, good fake, Ivan Yo. Spencer with the putback jam. Moral of the story, go and attack the basket, Dragons.
Yeah, but that was a marvelous pass by Munson. Ivan Yo unable to finish, but Munson skipped it in between like 3 legs.
Too big, Jordan Henriquez. 1 minute and 12 seconds left in this quarter. Great. For the hook. Well done, Sky. Spencer, Mr. Dependable. Just get him in the lane. Enrique is posting up, or was posting up. Daniel. Ivan Yo has had a pretty good game. One day we've got to get these guys in the commentators box, seriously. Just giving the microphone, they just keep talking and calling all the plays and telling the referees what they're doing wrong and right, what both teams are doing wrong and right, what everybody's doing wrong and right. But that's passion for you. Yeah,
they're definitely one of the more vocally passionate teams in this league.
I think Skylar Spencer's discovered that he can actually play against Enriquez, and he was very aggressive on that previous offensive set. He wasn't scared by the fact that he was a 7-footer. He just went to work, nice little jump hook, and you know, that was a nice play.
Well, guys, Malaysia are the quicker team, so I think they've got to take advantage of those fast breaks.
Yeah, they are the quicker team, and you can see Skylar Spencer is definitely more athletic than Enrique, able to get up higher and faster. He's been able to finish numerous times over the outstretched hands of Enrique, and that's giving Skylar some confidence there.
Yeah, and I think that Enriquez is just a little bit behind the pace of the game, and you know, in the second half, if the game slows down a little bit or he gets a little bit quicker, I think he'll come into his own. But at the moment, I would say Spencer's well and truly got the better of that battle.
Yeah, I agree there. And Enrique does seem to also be favoring his right leg a little bit when he's running sometimes. It could be he's carrying an injury that we're not aware of. I see some highlights here. There's a beautiful, that beautiful slam by Joshua Munson. He fired up the Dragons. And here's Viet Arnold with that pass to the open Horace Wang. Corner three-pointer. That's the easiest shot in basketball.
And when you look at that, there's not a Dragons player anywhere near him. There's no one rotating down there. They're not really staying with their defensive principles, and that was what Coach Chris Thomas was concerned about at one of the timeouts. That they just weren't staying with their structure, their defensive structure, and you know, sure enough, you just can't be that wide open. Yeah, someone has to rotate to that shooter.
I agree with you there, Alan. Structure is the key. Gotta watch the shot clock. Gardner, with the screen. Gardner tried to go for the layup, but again, the big Lenny Daniel protecting the rim.
That was great defense by Lenny Daniel. Went straight up, caught the ball in midair when Gardner was trying to make that layup over him.
Arnold. Gardner and Arnold. Can the Dragons score here? Ivan Yo to Gardner. Munson puts it up. Oh, that is the end of the half. Saigon Heat lead 48-47. I thought Gardner should have just gone for it.
Yeah, he should have, but I think Alan's going to say it right now. Ivan Yo got away with a big one. I'm not sure how the referee did not call that.
That is about the easiest call that you can ever make in basketball, and they missed it.
Well, it is the visitors who lead by 1 point, 48 points to 47. We're just going to cross over right now to courtside reporter Diana Hashim, who's with Coach Tony Gavalato of the Saigon Heat. Over to you, Diana.
Thank you, Diana. Audio.
Coach,
Audio, Diana.
tell us what you were and what you were not so happy with the first half.
Well, I wasn't happy with the start of the game, and when we spotted them 12 points. So if you look at the score now, we're up 1. That would have been, we would be in a good position at this moment. So I think at this moment, this is a tough team to play because they're a little bit like any of the other teams that we play. So I'm really happy with the way we're shooting the basketball. Not so happy with some of our defensive efforts, especially the secondary efforts, especially on Skylar. But overall, I mean, we're in the lead, and we've got to just have a great half in the second half.
Key adjustments for the second half?
Well, I mean, we got to find a way of stopping Skylar. With all of these second effort plays, which is really what he's good at. He plays extremely hard, and we've got to match that. And then we got to find Lenny and Jordan a little bit more inside, a little bit more consistency there. Not turn the ball over like we did at the end there. I mean, if we do that, continue to shoot the ball well, I think we're going to be in a good spot.
Thanks very much, Coach. All the best. Back to studio.
Here we go. We've got our 4 competitors.
Okay, roll. Di best. Sampai dah. Highlight dah. Ya, dia orang tu.
We're going to shoot at this basket here. So let's get you guys in the center.
They're attributing what we are calling as turnovers.
Yeah, you got a half-court shot to go. No, it's your first half-court shot. Okay, how about you? Got a half-court shot. Okay,
But he's shooting 4-13. I think they're shots or something.
Here he goes, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, one a bit too hard, one a bit too short. And what is your name? Saeed! Everybody make some noise for Saeed! Come on, Saeed! 3, 2, 1. Oh, that was very close. Just need a little bit more power. And what's your name? Aslan! All right, everybody, this is our last competitor right here. Make some noise for Aslan! 3, 2, 1. Oh, nice try, Aslan. Thank you to all of our competitors today for making the efforts to shoot from half court for our half court challenge.
You could have surely done better than that.
One more game to go. This is our 4 competitors. Do we have our 4 competitors we're going to choose? Dragonettes, are you going to dance now? Okay, the Dragonettes are going to dance, and then we will do it again. So make some noise.
I can't figure out, they did no sound levels. I have no idea whether people can hear us.
This could be very funny if no one can hear us.
I could hear myself.
I can't hear myself.
Make some noise for your Dragonettes! That's right. And we have one more game before we get into our second half. I need 4 participants. 4 participants. How about one from the far end? You up there in the corner, come on down. That's right. Hang on. Yeah. There we go. How about over here? 1 participant from this second row here. Anybody want to participate in the game? No one? Okay. Keep it moving. Over here. Come on down. Okay. You're being pointed at. Make your way onto the court. Let's get. How about you? Yes, young man. With your hand up. Come on down here. So this is the game, all right? Now you can win tickets to our next home game. All you need to do is either do a free throw, a 3-point shot, a half-court shot, or beyond the 3-point line on the other side. And you can win accordingly 1 VIP ticket for a free throw, 2 VIP tickets for a 3-point shot, corporate box single set for half court, or a brand new jersey from the opposing 3-point line. We have 3. I think we need 1 more. How about someone from over here? How about you, young man? Come on over here. Are you sure? How about your sister? No? Anybody from the corporate box who want to participate? You guys over here, would you like to participate? No?
Not a great fake. They
Okay.
got rid of
We will get 1 more from this
and
side.
then he exploded for friggin'
Yeah.
he exploded for 27 points on the Rockets. It's like,
Come on down.
you guys
Here we
suck.
go. So are you ready? What would you like to do?
Maybe you play.
3-point line. Okay, let's get it set up right here. What's your name?
His first move is to tank. He's trying to tank right now.
To get 2 VIP tickets.
Trust the process.
He's trying to tank. He's gonna tank. How he went 7 of 10 on
And
the
we've got
3-point line.
Kieran is going to go for the 3-point line, also for the VIP.
Did they get a pick out of it even? Did they get a pick? They got a pick. You're right, they got a pick.
You know how picture they like.
What's the pick guys, sorry? Boleh lah Mi, saya main 2 minit Mi.
But
Saya main macam kuat. Saya main macam kuat.
For the free throw, so make some noise for Jack. This is for one VIP ticket. Almost! All right, gentlemen. What's your name? Braden. Okay, Braden, where do you want to shoot from? Free throw? All right. Do you want to do a layup? No? Free throw shot it is. Okay, hang on. You'll need one shot. Okay, Brandon, now's your chance.
Let's go. You got
Make
it.
some noise for Brandon!
Whoa!
Macam tak dekat. Sekarang ni nombor 6.
We are running short on time, so unfortunately we can't give you guys another shot. But thanks also to our lovely fans. Ladies, stay tuned and make noise for your West Ports Malaysia Dragons second half!
Ni ambil internet.
How many minutes, guys?
Macam. Nak balan ni mana balan. Aku kan dia sembayang lah. Lepas tu dia. Hey! Dia nak sembayang. Ya. Ya. TV tak ada. Ah ya, ya. Oh. Buka. Oh, dia tu dalam gua. Oh, dalam ah. Ya. Tingkat 2. Ever. Dah, siapa?
Get more games with that player.
They just stop cheating off their guys and play defense, they'll be fine. At least they're this close. We gave them 4 threes in the corner.
Is he leading the steals?
Ya, link ni ada bagi.
And Gardner second.
Dave, we want you in the commentator's box. Come on, come here, man.
You just need to put the mic like that.
You don't need to, I can hear him already.
Yeah.
It comes through pretty clear.
How many minutes, guys?
Ada tak, aku tak turun aku naik atas. Okay. Okay, game 4. Game 3. Game 4. Bagi Vietnam. Game 4. Game 4. Vietnam. Grouping. Ya, itu macam. Okay, Cuban. Ben.
And the second half about to start. The Westports Malaysia Dragons trail by 1 point. Saigon Heat lead 48 points to 47. And Horace Weng making 2 3-point shots in the first quarter. Or in the first half, should I say. With me, Ben Ibrahim, Andre Reza, Alan Black, and Diana Hashim. And guys, very impressive comeback by the Saigon Heat.
Very impressive. They're shooting with confidence. The locals are stepping up into those shots and knocking them down. If anything, then Coach Thomas is telling the Dragons to make sure you stay disciplined, as Alan has reiterated twice or 3 times throughout this telecast so far. Defense is going to be the name of the game for the Dragons.
Yeah, the Dragons can't let Saigon shoot the ball at 47% from the three-point line. If they continue at that clip, they just won't win the game. It's as simple as that.
Dragons need to win this game. They want to make the playoffs. Gardner, fake, turns the ball over. Manzan with a steal. Gardner to Ivan Yo. Ivan open. It's got a more follow through there with the shot. That was a terrible shot, Ivan Yo. Enriquez works glass and in.
The way Enriquez ran the court then, I think the coach may have given him a little bit of a thunderbolt at halftime.
Yeah. Say that again. Gardner to Spencer. Spencer. Oh, good block there by Enriquez. Rejection. Morgan. Was Morgan trying to get the ball back, and Spencer saying, "What up, ref?"
Well, possession arrow is pointing towards the Saigon Heat, therefore they will get the possession.
Don't forget, the Saigon Heat team, much different than the one that started this season.
It looks like Saigon called for an offensive foul on that pick. I didn't quite see it. We had our view blocked. Maybe the pick was moving, or Nguyen was guilty of some sort of infraction there to get that charge call.
Gardner for the 2. He's just not making his shots at the moment. When Kiwi Gardner's cold, the Dragons' confidence dips a bit. Daniel, what a move to split the Dragons' D. Munson. You just want to drive to the basket. Spencer. Ooh, that was a foul. And Lenny Daniel putting his hand up and saying, yep, I committed that. And the joke is on me.
And good on him. He made sure that there wasn't follow through for that. They made sure that Skylar Spencer wasn't injured. So yeah, I think it was a good call by him.
Oftentimes, that's a dangerous situation for the defensive player as well. They can get flipped over, land on the head. We've seen a number of people who have actually fallen over when they're off those kind of fakes. So it's good that no one got hurt.
Quick. Hand off to Gardner. Munson. Quick tries to score, and he'll go to the charity stripe. Quick Tenyuan, and he's a decent shooter from the free throw line, guys.
Yeah, he is, and that's a little surprising, that foul. Enriquez has a lot of wingspan on Quack. He could have gotten to that ball, but looked like he was just badly placed.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to have much of a timing on that on the shot blocking, and I thought Quack was good to attack him. He didn't back off at all, and good on him.
2 out of 2 for Quick Tenyuan. Malaysian veteran, young veteran. I can't leave Horace Weng open. Playing quite well tonight.
The really trying to go at Daniel right now, Saigon, which is smart. Daniel can really play, and the Dragons going to have to make a change of defense to try and stop him.
Well, one of the Dragons' bigs need to step up. They lose the ball right there. Dragons, in my opinion, guys, just need to set up that offense. I mean, not so much about, I mean, yes, the score will lead to scoring, but the offense looks a bit jolted at the moment.
Yeah,
Gardner again.
You're right there, Ben. Yeah, you're right there. And a lot of it has ended up with Kiwi Gardner taking a contested long two. That penetration not there as it was in the game with Ala, but it's going to be interesting to see whether we can get back to that same sort of form.
Can I just say this game has taken a step downwards at the start of the second half. First half, this game was a very high standard, and just recently it's just not quite there.
Yeah, execution from both teams right now lacking. Turnovers, silly mistakes, stepping on the baseline, out of bounds. I think both coaches not happy with the performance of either team right now.
Now that's a fair call. If I were Chris Thomas or Tony Gavalato, respectively, I wouldn't be happy either. 5, but the turnaround 2. Spencer with a putback.
Skylar Spencer. That was a good move by 5 to get that shot off by Skylar Spencer, cleaning up this mess here. Shot 5 with the turnaround 2. Misses that, and out of the blue, Skylar Spencer slams that one down. And Enrique didn't even have a body on it.
Skylar Spencer's really taken that matchup personally and much more aggressive than I've seen him in recent weeks.
Well done, Dragons. Here comes Munson in transition. Ooh, he is angry. He's going up to Lenny Daniel and saying, "What's going on, man? I thought you're my friend."
Lenny Daniel just got called for an unsportsmanlike foul, and now looks like Enrique is getting in the middle of it here. You see here again, this replay, Munson goes up. Yeah, you can see Lenny Daniel's off arm just pushing Munson out of the way on that replay. I don't think it was anything malicious, but definitely not a play on the ball.
Coach Chris Thomas is on the court. That's a rule violation.
Yeah, he actually gets on the court a fair bit. I don't think anyone minds. But there was a lot of byplay between Munson and Enriquez after that. I didn't see what happened, but Enriquez took it very personally.
Guys, did the referee call a technical as well?
I don't think there was a technical, just the unsportsmanlike foul, I believe.
So the Dragons will get the ball back because of the unsportsmanlike call.
Yeah, I would be surprised if they called a technical, actually.
Well, you never know with the referees these days, guys. You never know. Gardner. He thought that was a foul. Horace Wang here. Morgan for the 3. Yes. Well done, Moses Morgan. He's finding that his range again. Munson. Crossover. Munson puts it up. So I think that's the plan for Coach Chris Thomas, Alan Dre. I mean, you've got the speed. Get it out, leak out, get it out, attack.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're playing to particularly the monsoons.
Well
done, sir. Well done.
Thank you. Playing to his strengths. Yeah, that's what he really wants to do. You know, he wants to get out, run, push the basket.
Coach Chris Thomas, not happy, protesting as well. He's a very outspoken coach, I must admit, guys.
He is, and he's always keen to strike up a conversation with anyone on the court, whether it's the opposing coach or the opposing player or the referees. So as Munson hits that first free throw, but both coaches now not happy with the referees at all.
Well, I think the issue there was who the foul was called on. You know, I thought it was fairly clearly on Enriquez, and yet that wasn't the way it went. So I think that's what the issue is.
Munson, he's everywhere. Attacks. Couldn't finish. Gotta finish those guys. Daniel. Whoa! Gardner! Bringing back his YouTube swagger and style. Where is the replay on that?
That's a brave, brave call. As you see here, lay it down with the clear lane. Gardner challenges hard. You can see Saigon is asking for an unsportsmanlike foul there. Gardner giving up more than a foot, I think, to Lenny Daniel. It's a brave, brave move.
I just don't think you can call an unsportsmanlike foul when Gardner's up against Daniels.
5'7" against 6'8". Do the math. The referee will say, hey, come on, that's effort.
He's more likely to hurt himself than he is to hurt Daniels.
Probably, but will that give Gardner the spark to just really take charge of this game, more particularly this quarter? Munson for the three. Drives. Gardner. It is frustrating right here if you're a Dragons fan. Credit to Saigon. Daniel puts it up. Momentum with the Saigon Heat at the moment, boys.
I'm a little worried in the way this game is being played at the moment. I think that both teams are getting a little heated. The referees are letting a lot go at both ends court. It's even. You know, they're not favouring one team or the other, but they're letting a lot of contact go, particularly at the basket. And you take passion plus getting fouled and nothing getting called. That doesn't lead to good things. So a little concerned about the way this game's headed, to be honest.
Well, in situations like this, you know, I know I've said it over many games this season. In situations like this, when you're struggling, you just need someone to just bail you out of jail. Last season, the Dragons had that. You know, Matthew Wright, Jason Brickman, when the bigs weren't firing, you know, go to the backcourt players. This season, playing with one less import. So it is a test for the locals, and they've just got to finish. And Joshua Munson, I mean, I know he's not a local, but you know, he missed an easy layup there earlier before the timeout.
Yeah, and to echo Alan's statements here about this contact, when things get as chippy as they do and players are playing with this much passion, and there's a lot on the line as well with this game, you're going to get a lot of people who are going to get upset as the score gets closer and closer and as time winds down.
Don't forget, the Dragons in 48 hours take on the Hong Kong Eastern Long Lions, who are one of the favorites for the championship this season. They're on top of the table. Gardner, bounce pass to Spencer. Gardner can't finish. Shot clock violation as well. Wang to Daniel. Arnold. Ooh, that would have hurt if that went in, if you're a Dragons fan.
Yes.
Gardner. Nothing going in for Gardner. Has he scored anything this quarter?
Don't think he has. Except for those free throws. No, not even those free throws. You're right, nothing.
And Daniel Enriquez. He's too big, too strong, and too happy.
Yeah, you could hear Coach Thomas yelling, that's 3 seconds, that's 3 seconds. Enrique was in the paint. He was building a house down there, it looked like.
Gardner. And he scores, must have heard me. 3-point ball game, the Dragons lead. It's gonna be a tight one, guys. Dragons play Hong Kong on Sunday and next Friday. Morgan to Daniel. 3 seconds.
That's it, good call, referee.
And Coach Chris Thomas has been begging for that call for the entire game, so he'll be very happy.
Well, you know, to be fair to the referees, they're getting exposure and experience as well. You know, they judge every game. And it's a tough job. I'm not trying to sound sympathetic. I am just trying to give them a bit of empathy and saying, yeah, it's tough. Everybody crucifying you every call. Spencer. The Saigon bench, very noisy. If you think our voices are that loud, it is not. You can hear them all the way from Ho Chi Minh City.
Hey, they don't even need the mics either. A beautiful shot there by Skylar Spencer, Alan's favorite
shooting
free throw
technique
style. Yeah.
Skylar Spencer. He's not exactly a vocal guy, but he's got to get his teammates, especially the locals, play the game better, understand the game better. Wang. Good job by Ivan Yo, pressuring the ball there earlier. Arnold for the three. That's an easy rebound for the reverse by the Taekwondo champion. Gardner thought about three.
The byplay between coaches is hilarious because both coaches are trying to exploit Hung's play time on the court, and every time something happens, they look at each other and give each other a bit of a G-up. It's fantastic, I love it.
Well, Saigon playing the better basketball at the moment. They lead by 6 points. Gardner not having anything of a turnover. I must admit, guys, like Alan said, not the prettiest game, but just a game of mistakes.
Yeah, a lot of mistakes, a lot of contact. Things are really slowing down right now after a really, really hot first half. The guys aren't hitting the shots they usually would be hitting from that first half as well. So,
and there's a lot of pressure on this game, Ben, as you mentioned before, and I think that always makes a difference in how you play.
It does. But can the Dragons soak up the pressure? Arnold drives to the basket for the layup. Well done, Beard Arnold. The man who can also play American football. He's a tough guy. Cock out to Spencer. Spencer tried to work glass. Gobalato saying push and punish. Arnold to Wang. Back to Arnold for the two. Yes! Beard Arnold on fire at the moment.
very interesting here. Coach Chris Thomas not calling a timeout. He's trying to stop this momentum.
Ivan Yo, the Dragons needed that. It's a 7-point ball game now.
Huge basket in the scheme of things. Huge basket.
Dragons need shots, and they need a stop right here. Need a run. Wang. Hiya! Taekwondo style. Munson, Ivan Yo open, tried to go for the reverse. It's a 9-point game. Dragons really struggling to score and run their offense. Daniel kicks out. Morgan. Dragons gotta get better in transition. Teo Kok Hao. Coach Chris Thomas still not looking impressed.
Yeah, because Dragons' defense has been subpar. They need to get a stop here. They were lucky that Morgan didn't hit that three-pointer because he was wide open.
Dragons got to capitalize. Got to stop right there. Cockhouse spots up for the three. Gonna be the Dragons' ball. Pushing foul. Even though Saigon have controlled this quarter relatively, it's only still a 6-point lead.
And Saigon really missed an opportunity there. Yeah, with Kiwi Gardner off the court, yeah, they had some really simple chances. They weren't able to finish. Two of the Dragon locals were able to hit threes, and they were wide open for those threes. And yeah, they're still up, which is good for them. But I really thought they had a big chance to put a wide gap between the two teams.
Yeah, they had a couple of chances to really blow this game wide open. As it is right now, it's still a very close enough lead for the Dragons to get back into things.
Absolutely.
Well, it's still close, guys. I still think we'll just go down to the wire a bit. And Saigon lead by 5. 1 minute to go before the end of this quarter. Not the game like last week when Malaysia defeated Ala Filipinas. Morgan. What a good move by Morgan. Kokau. Good pass to Spencer. Tried to go for the reverse. Good leak out there by Horace Wang. Horace Wang drives. Thought that was a foul there. I thought Saigon had a case. Kokau. He wants to shoot. Excellent hustle by Saigon, Dre.
Yeah, excellent hustle. Looks like number 10 on Saigon there. We're going to be called for a foul. 2 shots now. Lucky there because they were off and running.
Quick. Agong Cup champion with Malacca and Negeri Sembilan. The Agong Cup is a local tournament here in Malaysia where the athletes play for their states. So gotta play D, Dre. Gotta play D here.
Yeah, they do. If they can just get a couple more stops, they can't give up those open 3-pointers. It's only a 5-point game.
Good drive by Wang. Stephen Wang. It's his birthday, and he wants to celebrate tonight with a win. A double celebration with a win and his birthday. 25. Kokau. Yeehaw! Ooh! Will he get 3 shots?
He will. Yeah. He will. Looks like referee signaling for 3 shots. It's interesting. Yeehaw's shot follow through. If you could see that on replay, it didn't look the most natural. He managed to draw some contact on it though.
Yeah, you should never be jumping at that 3-point shot in the first place. But I also thought the Saigon took the shot too early the time before. They had the chance to be the only team to score at the end of the game. They took the shot very early, even though it went in. That gave the Dragons a chance to be the last scorer and shooting 3.
Well, Wang Yihao has improved this season in terms of his shooting. I think Coach Chris Thomas and Coach Goh Cheng Huat is trying to turn him into a bit of a shooting weapon this season. Well, not so much this season, but for the SEA Games. He's only a very young man. The man from Rawang. The man who loves his Dota.
Dota?
He has like a game. He always says that he loves his Dota.
Okay.
You learn something new about players all the time, man.
I know, and if there's anyone on this team that would find that out, it'd be you.
Well, I don't have to go through garbage cans, so it's all good. You know, just ask them and have a conversation with them. Arnold tries to beat the buzzer, and he'll fall way short. So Wang Yihao, a little bit disappointing there. Only got 1 shot out of 3 from the charity stripe, right?
Yeah, it was a little bit disappointing, but if you can see on camera, Coach Tony Garbolato is still working the referees, even though he has this lead and the momentum.
Look, I still think that Saigon have the advantage here. I think they are playing with a lot more poise. They're moving the ball to the right people at the right time. And the Dragons' defense is going to have to really pick up in this last quarter if they're going to make up this 6-point disadvantage at the moment.
Well, Alan, you're about to leave very shortly because you've got a plane to catch. So let's all 3 of us call the play of the game. And Alan, because you are heading south, I will ask you, to put in your nomination, shall I say, right now?
Well, my guy Skylar is going to be player of the game. He's going to make it happen in the last quarter. The Dragons going to win by 1 in overtime, and Skylar Spencer is going to be player of the game.
And while you say that, you're on a plane. We can't even text you. Yes?
Well, I would have gone with that as well, but I think that it's going to be Lenny Daniels, because Saigon, if Saigon pull this one out now, they have the momentum, they have the lead. As much as I hate to admit it, it may be likely that Lenny Daniels will be the player of the game.
I'm very undecided at the moment. So, Alan, thanks very much for being with us. I think I will, since you've gone with Lenny Daniel, just looking at the Malaysian team, I mean, nobody has really played a great game apart from Skylar Spencer. I think I'll go with probably Joshua Munson to have a great fourth quarter and to win this game for the Dragons. It's going to be super tight. I wouldn't be surprised if Alan's prediction was correct there, Dre.
Okay, so now that Alan's not here, let's reset. So you get, I'm getting Skylar Spencer because he's no longer here. It doesn't count.
You're cheating. Right? You're cheating.
No, because the stats just got here, and I just saw the stats.
Okay, what does the stats say, man?
Obviously, the stats say that Moses Morgan should be getting this if the Saigon Heat win, and Skylar Spencer. So you take one, I take one. We'll call it days. You know.
All right. Okay, we'll bend the rules since Alan's not here. But Kiwi Gardner's back on the court. So will he have an explosive or quiet quarter?
If there's any player from the Dragons that's able to turn the game around on a dime, like just quickly make something happen, it is Kiwi Gardner. He has the ability to affect the game both on offense and defense.
Well, he's definitely going to be in the highlights reel with that defensive move on Lenny Daniel. He tried to block Lenny Daniel.
Yeah, not too many people would try that.
Well, remember, Dre, before he came to the Dragons, you sent me a photo by WhatsApp of him like going up in the air trying to like block this 6'10" guy.
Yeah, I mean, he's got heart, and that I was hoping that move would have set the tone on the defensive end, that, you know, no easy baskets in my house, that sort of thing. But obviously, the Dragons have yet to hear that memo.
Well, the Dragons need to go on a run. That's as simple as that. Nothing too complicated. Holding foul, Saigon ball. So at the end of this game, Tony Gambalato, will he feel vindicated that he let Joshua Munson go? Or will he regret? That's another talking point.
I don't think, well, even if he does, he's never going to admit that to us. But I don't think vindication's quite the word. Sometimes as David Arnold hits a tough jump shot fading to the corner.
Dragons want to do a comeback here. Ting. He drives. Spencer with the rebound. Spencer thought about a three. Two shot. Coach Tony, come sit here. Coach Tony, come sit here. Have a chat, sir. Have a drink of water. And have a chat with us right here. He's saying unbelievable.
Let's see this again here.
I really want to, is it good TV? Maybe I could get up and just say, calm down, you know?
No, I think you were.
We're always looking for new content.
Yeah, it would be, but, you know, I think the Saigon Heat get a lot of energy from Coach Tony Gabalato's sideline displays. They feed off their coach's energy, and he had a point there. It looked like Quake actually traveled with the ball. He didn't quite have his feet under it.
I thought he had a case. Arnold, he's heating up. Daniel. You know, Coach Tony Gabalato, all jokes aside, seriously, he needs to calm down.
Yeah, I mean, he might have a coronary. I'm worried for the man. I mean, he's a nice guy. I really
top guy. He's top guy.
He's a top guy, and I just don't want him to burst a vein or something like that in front of us.
Well, in my years with the league, I've never seen a coach ejected.
Well, he'd be one of the top candidates, I think, in the country as Quek hits a tough long two there.
Neither that. Quek stepping up, but can he step up all the way? Henriquez.
Dragons defense is a little bit better here. They're chasing around those strings a lot more aggressively. And another stop here by the Dragons. Can they get a basket to make this a 3-point game?
Spencer. Oh, turns the ball over. Gotta get back. Viet Arnold open. Yeah, that's a fair call. That's a fair call.
Yeah, we could hear it from here. It sounded like a butcher's knife hitting meat.
Well, it was just like a slap in the water. Like you take a big spade. You use butcher's meat, I use a spade in water. See, I'm more calm and zen than you, Dre.
Yeah, that's probably true. I mean, I actually do know how to use a butcher's knife, and I'm not sure you do.
Okay, I thought you were going to say, I know how to use a butcher's knife, and I thought you were going to bring out the butcher's knife. It's going to sound like a scary movie.
Well, you'll just always be looking over your shoulder next time in the dark hour.
Well, the Saigon Heat, the job is not done yet. They'll be looking over their shoulder. 7-point lead. Kiwi Gardner. He needs to come up and step up. Sloppy here, the Dragons. Munson for the long three. Nothing going in for the Munson and Gardner. Tough. That almost went in for Horace Wang. I must say I'm quite impressed with the young local. Very young man. Munson gets his own miss and banks it in.
Yeah, Horace Wang's played quite well. He stepped into his role beautifully. It's not often that you get a chance to make an impact here as a local, and he has made an impact.
Defense is the call. A lot of time. Arnold. Saigon ball. Pushing foul.
This 5-point hump for the Dragons has been tough to overcome. They'll keep the lead down to 5 points, and the Saigon Heat will go on another run, open up that lead, and they'll get down to 5 points again. They've got to make something happen. Get a stop right here and get a basket on the other end.
Well, Saigon not shooting the ball very well at the moment, Dre, so Malaysia have to capitalize on that. Quick. Turns the ball over. Quick. Ten Yuen. Bounce pass to Morgan. And no call right there.
Yeah,
that was interesting. Sorry, Dre, to interrupt, but that was, whoa, I mean, I feel if you're a Saigon fan right now.
Yeah, that was some contact. We'll see here, though. I think Quek goes straight up. He does go straight up. Moses Morgan initiated the majority of that contact.
Spencer with the rebound, pumps. Travel call again. That must be the third or fourth travel tonight.
Yeah, they've got to be more decisive. Quek turned the ball over just now by throwing it away, not knowing what to do with it. Just now, he moved his pivot foot before he even put the ball on the ground.
David Arnold earlier calling for a two-man play. Daniel. Sloppy pass. 5 left on the shot clock. Arnold, step back. Oh! Ouch! If you're a Dragons fan.
Huge shot by David Arnold. That's great defense by the Dragons, but David Arnold hits that three as Kiwi Gardner answers right back.
Well, I think this, like I said, Kiwi Gardner needs to step up now. Put this whole game behind him. What happened in the first, second, third quarter, just put it behind him. Step up. Morgan puts it up and scores. Gardner. Gardner passes. Oh, that will be way short. Back tap by Spencer. Ting. Good move there by Lenny Daniel just threw the ball at Kwek Ten Yuen's knees so that the ball would come off his knees and go out of bounds. And Saigon will get the ball back. 5 minutes and 30 seconds left. Still a little bit of time, but Dragons need to move now. And Saigon just need to keep doing what they've been doing since the start of the third quarter.
Yeah, they haven't made a basket right now. I mean, besides Moses Morgan's drive there with the right hand earlier. As Munson gets the ball on this break.
Gardner, good pass to Spencer. Munson for the three. And one.
No, no basket.
No basket? No basket at all. So, Coach Chris Thomas sending on a shooter, Lo Shifai. Can Lo Shifai work some magic for the Dragons? They trail by 7 points, Dre. Dragons looking very, very frustrated, Dre.
Yeah, they are unable to get anything going on offense. A lot of open shots. There were like 2 or 3 possessions now when they had open 3-pointers in the corner and on the wing, unable to capitalize on those. And their drives in the basket oftentimes are stymied by the fact that those bigs, as you see here, Kwek pulled up for that 2-pointer earlier in this quarter. But for the most part, the Dragons unable to score. Kwek in particular has forced some bad passes and caused I think 2 or 3 turnovers so far. But like I was saying earlier with the drives, Dragons unable to get to the paint as easy as they did against Ala Pilipinas purely because of the size of the Saigon Heat on the interior.
Well, they're a massive team. If you look at Moses Morgan, 6'6", Lenny Daniel, 6'8", Jordan Henriquez, 7 foot, and even the big guy, number 10, Wang, he's 6'4". You know, Horace Wang, he's 5'10". You know, I mean, not tall, but pretty decent, well, height for an Asian athlete.
Are you sure Horace Wang's 5'10"?
Yeah. That's what the roster that was given to me by the ABLs.
I bet you if you stood next to Horace Wang, you'd be the same height. So
really?
Are you 5'10"?
Yes. If we put it that way, yes. And a bit. And don't use your high heels, Joe.
Not going to say anything this time.
Good cut by Arnold. Still got the ball. Arnold for the reverse. And what a finish by David Arnold.
How could the Dragons defense just let him get all the way to the cup? They were guarding him somewhat, and then they all decided to let him put up a reverse layup. It's like no hands up. Ooh, some extracurricular activities perhaps? What is this?
Coach Chris Thomas looking very frustrated. Coach Chris Thomas trying to say something to his team, trying to motivate his team to play two-way basketball. Gardner, Horace Wang staying with Gardner. Munson for the three. Loose ball. Spencer.
It's about time the Dragons got the better of a loose ball situation. Great hustle there by the Dragons, ending with a nice two-handed flush.
It all starts with defense, Dre. It all starts with defense. Lenny Daniel hits the iron. Dragons ball.
Yep. Jordan Enriquez is guilty of a push in the back on that rebound.
If Saigon win tonight, well, first time they've defeated the Dragons. Munson trying to buy time. Gardner. That's off a Saigon player, so it should be Dragons ball. But very disciplined Saigon, Dre. Every time Gardner gets the ball, they really try to, you know,
Yeah,
stay with him.
Yeah, that's right. The Dragons like to run Gardner off a number of off-ball screens to get him open, and there's always a Saigon player trailing close behind.
And Skylar Spencer needs some help there in terms of rebounds. When the Dragons are trying to rebound, he can't do it all himself. Don't forget, he's surrounded by opposing bigs. Henriquez posting up on Spencer. He's the bigger guy with the hook. Munson with the rebound. Almost, they lost the ball, they get the ball back. Munson for the three. Dragons ball still. And you can hear a pin drop right here at the Jamin Mall, the House of Champions. Munson. 10 left on the shot clock. Gardner. It's frustrating. Dragons can't execute. Struggling. But you must give Coach Tony and Dave Singleton credit. They came with a game plan, Dre.
Yeah, they did, and it's worked to perfection so far.
Daniel, well done, Lenny Daniel. Soft touch right there.
Yeah, great move that you can't give a player of Lenny Daniel's caliber that much room to operate.
Execution and defense. Those are the two major talking points for the Dragons. And they don't have long to try to improve and make some adjustments because they take on the mighty Hong Kong Eastern Long Lions on Sunday. Gardner scores.
He wanted a foul on that one. A lot of contact, nothing coming. It's only 2 minutes left. Dragons need to make a run, and they need to make it quickly now.
Gotta get a stop right here, Drake. Gotta get a stop right here. Wang. Gotta go quicker now. Gotta go. Well done, Dragons. Where was that earlier? Munson spots up for the three, hits the iron. Spencer with the rebound. He'll attack the basket. And he will go to the charity stripe. 1 minute and 27 seconds left. I think there'll be a few timeouts between now and the end of the game, Dre. Do not pack your bag or bags just yet because still early. What is that, Dre? Come on.
That was an air ball. That's what that was. I think now that Allen's no longer with us, the shooting touch has left Skylar Spencer at the free throw line. Let's hope he makes this second because the Dragons at least need one here with the clock stopped.
Well, if they get this one, they'll be 6 points down. 2 trays.
They've got to stop somebody, though. They've got to make a stop on defense right now.
But I, dropped by to training at Marlborough Stadium, at the Marlborough Training Court a couple of weeks ago. And Coach Chris Thomas, really grills them when it comes to defense.
He does. And I think it comes down to the execution, though, come game time. Maybe the Dragons thinking it was going to be an easy run and coming at it right now as Stephen Nguyen drives hard to the basket and gets that contact. You can see Tony Gavalato is fired up. The whole Saigon Heat team is fired up.
Are you serious? No, hold up.
Kiwi Gunner telling Tony Gavalato to have some class.
Are you serious? That's class. Are you serious? Act like you've done this before.
This is the referee is going to take control of the situation. A lot of talking going on. They got to handle this.
I actually want to step in and mediate. Can I?
No. No, Ben.
I'm a moderator too.
No, yes,
I'm
you are.
so
Ben.
tempted to just go in and say, guys.
No, but let's
Basketball brings peace.
let's take this. Let's take this here. Like Kiwi Gardner was only telling Coach Tony Garbalato to have some class. What does that mean? I mean, and he went to shook his hand, said, "Take it easy. Let's play the game right."
Come on, Tony Garbalato has been under severe pressure to get this Saigon team clicking. Gardner. And Dre, it's not looking good if you're a Dragons fan.
No, it's not. Only about 60 seconds left. They got to force a turnover right here. Force a turnover. Saigon playing keep away with that basketball right now. Forcing the Dragons to foul.
What a great way to celebrate your birthday, Stephen Wang.
He's had a great game. He's played really well. Let me take a look if I can pull up the stats right now. But from the third quarter, Stephen Wang had he's had 11 points, 3 assists, 2 steals, and played really well. I'm pretty sure he's added a couple more points since then. It's David Arnold now at the line to make this a 9-point lead with 59 seconds remaining. Kiwi Gardner giving the referee a tap on the back, trying to get him to make some calls. He's probably pretty surprised that the coaches get away with quite a bit of gesticulating and yelling on the sidelines.
Well, if Saigon win tonight's game, it will be 2-1 in favor of the Dragons in terms of the head-to-head series during the regular season. Don't forget, these two teams will play each other again for the last time in Saigon before the end of the season, the regular season that is. And don't forget, if both teams, at the end of the season, if both teams are level on points, they will look at the head-to-head record. So Malaysia has been swept by Singapore this season, 4-0. At the moment, Alab have won 2 games over Malaysia, one more game to be played in the Philippines, in Bulacan. And the Truth have defeated the Dragons 2 games. So this will be, I mean, I must give Tony Garbalato credit. He's been a frustrated figure every time he comes to Malaysia. You know, sometimes they came close, sometimes they just ran out of steam. Didn't have the depth, didn't have the numbers, but tonight, Gardner, Quick with the rebound. Munson, Quick with a 3. Dragons ball, 46 seconds left.
A lot of rushing on those 3-point attempts. They've got to get one good look at the basket. Kwek had a half-decent look there, but he overshot it.
Gardner to inbound, 46.7 seconds left.
9 points, Ben, 9 points.
3 trees.
That's 3 trees and 3 stops.
Gardner, I thought he should have gone for 1 tray right there.
Quick 2 is fine, but they're going to choose to foul right away. So Lady Downs has to break away.
Lenny Daniel, he either breaks the ring, does an amazing dunk, shoots the ball well, or misses the dunk. I mean, he's just an all-around nice guy as well. I like Lenny Daniel.
Yeah, Coach Tony Garbalato was asking for an open court foul. There was no one in front, but apparently not. According to the referee, it's a common foul, two shots.
Lenny Daniel, you teased us all a month ago when you allegedly put a post on Twitter and said you were retiring and wanting to go into coaching. And we were saying, what? Lenny Daniel retiring? No, come on. I mean, he's too young for that. He's way too young.
He had you though, didn't he?
He had me indeed. So the West Coast Malaysia Dragons with an uphill battle. 40.2 seconds left on the game clock. They trail by 9 points. And this is not what we expected tonight, Trey, really. But again, I mean, Malaysia, the Dragons, needed that victory over Alab last week. They took on Alab without James Hughes. Alab did not have James Hughes, and then in that game, Bobby Ray Parks Jr., their team captain, was injured with an ankle injury. So, you know, they took advantage and they played better basketball down the stretch, but today, it just hasn't happened for them.
No, it hasn't. It really hasn't. The Dragons did not shoot well at all this game. Stats from the third quarter only have them at 37% total. It's probably a bit lower right now. Not able to capitalize on a lot of these breaks, and credit Saigon. They've played it really well. Their defense on the inside, interior presence. Although we've said some stuff about Jordan Henrique's ability to score, but his defensive ability, his ability to adjust shots, coupled with Lenny Daniel, has been good enough to get them, well, almost get them this win here with 30 seconds left.
It's true. Dragons need a shot right now. Good defense here by Saigon. Gardner. And they foul. Dragons foul, so they can try to get the ball back, but I think this game is going to be very tough for the Dragons. I think it's Saigon game.
Yeah, I mean, barring almost miraculous Tracy McGrady-like or Reggie Miller-like 9 points in a couple of seconds, yes, this is going to be Saigon.
Well, you can get inspiration from Hong Kong. You don't have to go that far. Remember Hong Kong? Yeah, I mean, they did 2 major comebacks against Singapore. So that was mighty impressive. I can't remember the exact stat, but in Hong Kong it was like a lot of threes. It was just like a minute and 30 seconds. It was amazing.
Yeah, but it's a big difference between a minute and 30 seconds and 28 seconds. So it's going to be interesting to see if we can get the Dragons can at least get one good shot off after this. But Enrique steps up, makes those 2 clutch free throws. And it's their own Dragons players run into each other there.
Switch is the call from the coaches. Spencer can't finish. And that just sums up the Dragons' night. It's been a frustrating one for the Dragons, but full credit to the Saigon Heat, as this will be their first victory in Malaysia. And well done to the Saigon Heat. And they defeat the home team, the West Coast Malaysia Dragons, by 11 points, 95 to 84. And the Dragons, well, just as they were getting momentum last week after defeating Ala Filipinas, well, they have to go back to the drawing board. And I think they'll have to look at that board, Dre. The first thing is, first 2 words on the board will say offensive sets.
Yeah, offensive sets definitely. Their zone, although not nearly as effective as the other zones that the Dragons have played against, still gave them trouble. Now, what really is going to be the case is defensively, the defensive discipline of the Dragons was severely lacking in this game. A lot of wide open jump shots, which the Dragons don't usually give up.
Yeah, but that's true. Let's have a look at the highlights right here. You know, David Arnold, he had a quiet first half, but he came alive a little bit in the second half, especially from downtown, and he attacked the basket more. And I think David Arnold, his confidence would have been lifted after today, because he's had a very, very up and down season. Skylar Spencer definitely keeping the Dragons in the game with his dunks and his blocks and the way he attacked the basket today. You know, Joshua Munson was a little bit disappointing. He started off really, really well, but then he was cold in the second half. And Kiwi Gardner, the amount of times that he turned the ball over, the amount of missed shots, Dre, it was definitely leaving us with question marks, or with one big question. What happened to Kiwi Gardner tonight? He tried though.
15, okay, 50 seconds. Somebody came to 3 for Rizad.
Yeah, he did. And it's going to be whether the Dragons can bounce back from this specifically is going to be key, because there's not a lot of games left. And can they get it done, make it to the playoffs?
Okay, stand by, Diana.
Okay, the Saigon Heat defeat the West Coast Malaysia Dragons 95 to 84. We're going to cross over to Diana Hashim, who's with Coach Tony Gabalato, the winning coach and the coach of the Saigon Heat. Over to you, Diana.
Okay, Diana. All right.
Thanks very much, Ben and Dre. Coach, congratulations. What did you make of the overall performance this evening?
Well, I mean, it's a must-win for both teams. I mean, we still have to win one more game against Malaysia at home to tie up that series, but it puts them in deep trouble, like losses-wise. If they lose on Sunday, they're almost really out of it. It gives us the chance to do what we're trying to do this weekend, is to try to jump into the first playoff position with 2 wins. And you know, what? So you know, I'm happy. You know, I'm just, you know, our guys, when we play like that, when we play with the intensity and energy and the desire to win, we're going to be tough to beat. You know, we didn't play well still at stretches, still turning the ball over in key places. But to be honest with you, I'm proud of our players with the heart, especially at the end of the game. We were the ones that wanted to make the stops and made the plays at the end, and I'm really happy.
Looking forward to your next game on Sunday against Ala Pilipinas. What are you going to focus on?
Well, I mean, you know, for us again, and you know, these games on, you know, we believe that we have, you know, some tactical understanding. We got good players. So for us, it's all about effort and desire, and that's going to be a, you know, a first one for us to play the back-to-back of the season. So we got to come out and play with all the desire that we can, and hopefully we'll come out winning. I mean, not hopefully, we're aiming for wins now, and that's it.
All right, thanks very much, Coach. Congratulations. Back to you, Ben and Dre.
Okay, where's his stick? What's his stick now? Up to stick. To his stick. Okay, Ben and Dre, to his stick first. Ben and Dre, to his stick first.
Thank you very much, Diana. Let's now look at the game stats, everyone. And we're looking right now.
Oh, suara, audio. Audio, please.
14 turnovers. Sorry, we had a sound issue right there. We do apologize. So right now, we're trying to get Moses Morgan, the player of the game, who had 24 points in this game, the Air Asia player of the game, as the Saigon Heat defeated the West Ports Malaysia Dragons 95 points to 84. And what a game by the Saigon Heat. It is their first victory right here in Malaysia. Moses, well done, 24 points. Now, this season, you were a little bit cold after coming back from Thailand, but what was the turning point this season? I mean, you struggled earlier, but tonight, you brought the heat.
Just constant work, extra work, just making sure that I'm mentally, you know, where I need to be, and just, you know, just keep shooting the ball, just keep getting my shots up, and just getting in the gym, really.
Trey, you got a question for the big man?
Yeah, Moses, the games here are always really competitive, but this time around, it looked like there's a little bit more fire amongst the team, between the two teams. And any reason behind that?
Of course, Josh. You know, and, just the history he has with, you know, with them, and just what they did prior to me coming, and we knew that, you know, they were going to try to come out and get this win for them. So, you know, it was just kind of just a competitive, you know, kind of type of game, and just, you know, we wanted to win the game, of course, and we did that. But Josh is a really good player.
Yeah, it's really competitive.
Josh is a really good player, but talk to us about the drama tonight. I mean, there was words between Josh Omanzan and the whole Saigon Heat team. Tell us about that.
I mean, it's just us being competitive, really, and you know, he wanted to prove a point to Saigon, and you know, it's just, you know, we're not gonna back down from anybody, so, you know, it's just a little competitive nature.
Not many games left in the season, big guy. But do you think you can make the playoffs?
Yes, of course. I really think that we can. This is a really big win for us to kind of get going, and we got a big game on Sunday.
Well, Moses Morgan has spoken. The player of the game said they will make the playoffs. On behalf of myself, Ben Ibrahim, Andre Reza, Diana Hashim, Alan Black, and the big guy, Moses Morgan, the player of the game, we'd like to thank you for your time, and we'll catch you on Sunday when the Dragons take on the Hong Kong Eastern Long Lions